Take the chains off the brain. We've been handcuffed. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. I am one of your hosts, RDJ.
And I am Ashley, aka Threes.
And we want to thank you for entering the gray with us today. As we do now, we ask each other how our days are, how we're feeling, and how things are going. So, Ash, I will
How are
start off.
you?
I'm great. How are you?
You just great?
I'm good. Um, my job has really been taking a toll of all my mental capacity right now, and I've just been diving more into work than actually myself. So, on the mental aspect of things, I don't know. Just haven't just buckled down and did a lot of work that I want to do, but the work that I'm physically doing in my everyday life, that's where it's all been going to. And the times that I do have that are free, I spend it on a game. So, how are you?
Are you using that as a crutch? Because you know that your job and all the negative things that you name, now that you know them or that you've been known them, are you using it as a crutch to not do the things that you actually need to do and should do?
No, it's not a crush, just something that's actually happening. My job is
Yeah,
something that I do every day.
right. Okay,
So, so how's it a crutch?
that's what I'm asking you. I was asking because the conversation that we had off camera
Right.
about
So,
the mental stuff that's also real and actually happening. You were wondering if people are using it as a crutch because now that they know that something is, they have the ability to do something else as well or know something else as well. So now that you know that your job, which has been doing it for the past 8 years, it's the same rigmarole, is doing this thing. It's like, are you using that as a crutch? You could
well,
just.
I've
I'm
only
just
been in my
asking.
job for 7 years. Thank you. And
Oh,
and
I'm so far
secondly,
off.
yeah, we're it's a whole year. Whole year. A lot of
That's
things can
a
change.
whole year.
It can change, right? Yeah, exactly. So it's been 7 years, and secondly, I said my job has been taking my capacity. I haven't diverted energy toward myself. It's not something that I'm saying that my brain is doing or anything like that. I'm
No,
choosing
I
to
ain't talking about
devote
that. I'm
my
talking
time.
about.
That's what the off-camera conversation was.
Yeah,
My
but that
brain
I
doing
wasn't
things.
saying. Yeah, yeah, that's the only one that we named though. I was just saying, do you get it? Like, are you using that as a crutch? Like, are you using the fact that the job is taking the mental this and the mental that to not do the things? And if you
No,
realize that your job is doing this, can't you also realize that you can do something about it since you know that it's there?
I just said I've been focusing on my job. That's it. And then on top of that, I said the other times that I do have for myself, I dedicate that to the game. So I'm aware of what I'm doing. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just not showing intentionality to
Mm-hmm.
focus on self because I'm choosing to play the game.
Mm-hmm. It's a gamer crutch.
It has been, yeah, but no, it's not in this state. It's not. Oh,
All right. So you just want the process to take a long time.
it's gonna
You want
take
it to
as
take
long as it's gonna take.
well, it could actually take a day. It could take a week. It could take a year, but you intentionally aren't doing it. So you just
I
want it to
just
take longer
I just haven't due to my current work situation
and play the game.
and playing the
As you
game.
said, what you do with your free time as you play the game.
Right.
Okay. Let me ease up. Let me ease up.
You don't
I'm
have to. It
doing,
doesn't affect me at all. It doesn't bother me at all.
I wasn't saying it to bother you or affect you.
Yeah,
Just
but you
wanted to
said ease
ask.
up like I'm
Yeah, because I was
taking
going to
it.
keep drilling in. No, no, no. When I'm talking about me, my actions is because of me. I said, let me ease up because I'll keep drilling in. And that's not what they tuned in for. Um, how am I doing? I am okay. I'm okay. I am. I was about to say I'm actively doing stuff with my, but I'm just fucking with you. But nah, I'm not okay, but I'm okay. I'm becoming okay. I am still very much in hurt, and it's a lot that I have to like process and get through by myself, or it seems like. And so it's the journey is taking much longer. It's a route that I didn't want to be on at all. I I didn't know that the bus was going this way. The bus said it was going a different way. And then on the bus changed, what I'm saying, route. So it's like just gotta figure this shit out. But I'm trying. Today I feel okay. I was at the park and at the pool and just trying to do things for my mental, as well as I've been journaling, and I always journal, but I journal differently now. And I just have like different outlooks on things, and I've been challenging the way that I look at stuff and view life. So I'm okay. I'm managing. Like I said, I think the last episode, I'm beyond my breaking point, and I am. And I'm still there, unfortunately, but I'm working to get better. So that's my answer.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. I hope the process is quicker than what you want it to be. And if you want to talk about it, I'm here as well. But
Thank you.
yeah, of course. See how I just let you say what you had to say and not
That's what
antagonize
you
you.
chose to do. I
Yeah,
didn't
it's my
antagonize you. See, you
my
feel some type
choice.
of way because you attached a negative word to it. Antagonize. I didn't antagonize you. I asked you questions.
Right. And you eased up, quote unquote, because
Yeah,
you didn't
because
want
I
to
said that I would
drill
keep
in.
asking. Yeah, I would keep drilling. Yeah, like you drill down, drilling. It's keep asking questions to get to a specific thing.
So what was you trying to get to?
I don't know yet. I was still in the midst of asking questions, but that's why I was like, let me ease up. I was just, curious
So
behind your
yeah.
mindset, especially given what you just said versus what you said when we were off camera. But you
Yeah.
do feel some type of way about it,
I don't. What did I say
which
off
I
camera?
apologize for that, for making you feel away.
Right, but what did I say off camera?
We were talking about a different topic about mental health. That was the only one that you named. You said there were more, but you only named the mental health one. And so um, I was trying to
Well,
draw the correlations of like how something could be used as a crutch for people now that they know something. Excuse me, y'all. Now that they know something, I've been in the pool for hours. Oh my god, I'm sleepy. That's why my hair look like this because I ain't do it. It's just wet from the pool, and it is what it is. Accept me, y'all, flaws and all. But yeah, it was just more so kind of drawing a correlation. Like, it's funny that you said this when you said what you said earlier. Like, that's all.
right, but that topic, guys, was does people with disabilities or differabilities use that as a crutch? Now, what that has to do with me talking about me dedicating my mental capacity to work, I don't see the correlation. Like,
Yeah, there's no correlation
right, but you
with
tried to
that.
tie one
Mhm.
in.
No, I didn't try to tie
You
it
just
in with
said you
the
did.
topics. I did not try to tie it in with the topic. That's not what I said. Didn't say I
Okay.
tried to tie it in exactly with the topic. I said the conversation that we had, which was longer than you saying the topic and me going, okay. We had a conversation, and I just said, it's interesting that you said this when in this conversation you said that. That's all I was trying to understand. That's why I said, is that a crutch? And is that this? And is that that? That's all it was. This will not make sense to them unless they heard the conversation off camera. So, you know, we could save it for another video or something. But
Right.
that's it.
Nevertheless, today's topic is going to be a little bit different. Today, we're going to do something that we both seen from Instagram. It was, I think, a post that you sent, and it had these psychology facts, and the fact that it said facts on it, meaning it's to be. to be true. Excuse me. And
No.
I'm not sure. I didn't even scan through them. I didn't look at them at all. But it just literally says psychology facts, and it has a brain on one side, a heart on another one, and it's split down the middle. So I'm not sure how deep you kind of dove into this post, but
I saw the first slide and then I sent it because I'm bad at math, which is what this one gets into. So that was it.
well, to crack it open, the first slide and side of it was beautiful people are bad at maths. Not math, maths with the S, which is weird, but beautiful people are bad at maths.
So
I
we're just going
just
to talk about it, or are we going to say whether we agree or disagree? Did you already say that?
No. So we're gonna read the statement that the fact is supposed to be, and we will state whether we agree with it or disagree, and go from there. I mean, we might have an explanation behind it, we might not, but we'll try to give an explanation on both parts, and we'll state whether we agree with that person or not. So is that good?
So yeah, and maths, I didn't know with an S is actually the word.
It's a real word, yeah.
I didn't know that it's short. I mean, of course, it's short for mathematics, but I didn't know that. But it's common in British English. So and math without the S is American English. So if you see with an S, it's British.
We always do stuff different than the world. I don't understand. I'm sure everybody else's math around the world is better than American math. America just we're at the
Listen, I'm so
bottom.
far removed. I have no idea. I don't even try to think about math at all. So I suck
Well,
at math.
not even just math, just studies in general. Anything that has to do with history, science, whatever. Math is not
Hmm.
math is not one of the top subjects that America's good at. I think we're probably in the middle of the pack or something like that. I don't know. We just got a lot of people, and then people from other countries move here, so that's probably what puts us where we at now. But America is not. America don't focus on the right things. Let's just say that.
Hmm. I
But
wouldn't
beautiful,
know.
but beautiful people are bad at maths. I disagree with that. There's a lot of beautiful people out there, including myself and Ash. And I'm not bad at math. I consider myself to be beautiful every now and then. But Ash, on the other hand, I don't. I don't wouldn't say you're bad at math. I just think you choose to apply yourself when you want to. Okay.
Hey, I got tested for what's it called? Dyscalculia. Like how people are dyslexic, how people are hey.
Off the charts.
I almost scored. I almost met the criteria for that. Okay, listen, me and math don't get along from kindergarten up. Okay, me and math, we just don't get along. We just don't. I've tried, and it's none of my cards. I'm bad at it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
But
I
that
don't think that it's saying that only beautiful people are bad at math. I think they're probably saying it as in like the the studies probably show that people who are beautiful are also bad at math, or like the percentage of beautiful people, or the percentage of people who know math, the ones who are bad at it are pretty. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm taking a
These are
statement for what
just an
it said.
Instagram post.
Right. I'm taking a statement for the like it should have said most beautiful people or more beautiful people than not. And who's
I don't
classifying
think
who's beautiful? Like
that's what I'm
let,
saying. I don't think
let's
that
start
these are
there. What is
facts.
that?
I think but even if they are classifying people as beautiful, they're probably from studies where there's a certain criteria for beauty, like a certain standard for beauty that was met for a study. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm bad at
So
math. But I can go to the next one if you want.
why didn't I qualify? Yeah, you can go ahead.
Who said you was beautiful? I'm just like
See?
people.
That's
I'm
that
just
shit.
joking.
No.
People who the second one says people who swear a lot are usually more honest and emotionally expressive. They're less likely to filter their true feelings. I would agree with that because my mouth has been a motherfucking sailor's mouth since I was a child. And I've always just told it like it is. Um, in my experience in life, people who do swear a lot are some of the most honest people that I know. They just are. Um, Even brutally honest, which is what I absolutely appreciate. I love people who are brutally honest. So I would agree with this. This lines up with my life experience. Not saying only, but it says they are usually more honest, and I would have to agree with that.
Right. I can agree with that as well. The fact that he didn't use absolutes is one of the big reasons why I do agree with this one. In my experience as well, my grandma say swear it all the time. You know what I'm saying? That was her shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
at the same time, the fact that she didn't have no filter was the same reason why she was able to be as honest as she was, because she didn't care what anybody thought. Like, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. It ain't nothing you can do. You can't beat my ass. You know what I'm saying? So what? What now? What you gonna do? And that was her motto. So um, it kind of.
Damn, she sound like a bully. The fuck?
My grandma
That's
was
crazy.
5'1", so I mean,
Bully ain't got nothing to do with height. It got to do with demeanor. I ain't trying to talk about your grandma. I'm just saying that sound like a bully.
oh no, she probably was a bully, but I mean, everybody knew, and she was the glue of the family. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So you knew not to don't mess with Grandma Frances. Like she one of them
Hmm.
ones. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But we always came to her house. It was like Switzerland. It didn't matter if he was beefing with somebody or not. When you go to Grandma's house, hey, it's a truce until we drive from that front porch off that front yard. It doesn't matter where we was at. If we was on her street, it was Switzerland.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
soon as you get out that street, hey, we can swap now. We can go outside and fight. Hey, I'll
Yeah.
meet you at the corner store around the corner just so I can get this off my chest. But we knew we can't do it inside of Grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
uh, and she'll tell you to your face, like, don't try that motherfucking shit around here, by the way. Like, yo, my grandma, she was the truth. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I do agree with the statement though. She swore a
Okay.
lot, and she was honest for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
People who talk to themselves often, number three, people who talk to themselves often have better focus, memory, and self control. It's a sign of a sharp mind, not craziness.
Um,
People who talk to themselves often have better focus, memory, and self control. It's a sign of a sharp mind, not craziness. I don't agree with that.
I do. I only know two people who do it, not from having like substance abuse or a mental disability. I know two people who do it, my daughter included. And my daughter has a photographic memory. And I mean, I would say that she has, I would say that she lines up with this. And then there's a girl that I know that, that I knew. I don't talk to her anymore. But she also did the same thing. And, yeah, I mean, she kind of lined up with this. So, but other than that, I literally don't know. I do talk to myself sometimes, but not a
I
lot.
was just about to ask you. I'm pretty sure everybody talks to themselves to some degree.
Yeah, but I think this is probably talking about ones who like do it a lot, not in like a result of something or like a mental impairment or anything like that. I think they're probably just talking about people who do it a lot. But yeah, I think that kind of lines up from what I've seen just from those two people. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you said you disagree.
I do. The reason why it says people who talk to themselves often. So, I mean, every couple minutes, you're like, hey, is this a good decision? Is it a bad decision? Why is it a bad decision? Well, I said it was a good decision or a bad decision for a reason, but the reason why I said it is because this can go bad, that can go bad, but this can go good, this can go good. I'm indecisive of which way to choose. Like, you're
Huh, I
gonna,
see how you just read that sentence. So
right,
you read it as people who talk to themselves often instead of people who talk to themselves often have better focus, blah, blah, blah. You didn't put often with the second sentence. You put often as in the frequency in which they talk to themselves.
right, because it's not a second
Oh.
sentence. It's still a continuation of the statement. It says,
I mean, I know it's all in one sentence. I'm just saying me and you could see that the line breaks
but
is what I'm saying.
right, right. But I think the way that you're reading it is still valid. Like people who talk to themselves often have better focus. Remember, instead of saying
Yeah.
people who talk to
Like the
themselves
frequency.
often have better. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just saying I could just call how you did it. You did it as in like the frequency in which they talk to themselves, which I didn't read it like that. So it's cool to see a different perspective on it.
right. But even with the photo that is being shown,
Hmm.
even with the photo that's being shown, I just had a moment. I was like, is it a way for us to share the screen without?
I mean, I could just put my phone into the camera. You can
I
see. That's the photo that's being shown. That way we ain't got to share it. Go through
okay,
our thing and whatnot.
okay, that works. And it just looked like a person talking to them, like talking to themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I'm thinking like you're looking at yourself, talking to yourself all the time. You're in a mirror, or you're having an out of body experience to where you're looking at yourself and like, hey, like get your shit
Hmm.
right. You know what I'm saying? Do this, do that, do that. And
Hmm.
as often as you do it, is basically saying that you're trying to create um, a better memory of how you do things, or you're more focused because like now you're talking about this specific topic, or you got self-control, and it's a sign of a sharp mind, not craziness. It's a sign of craziness, not a sharp mind, if you
I
ask
think it's
me.
a sign of a sharp mind. I think you know how to use it not only for external stuff, but you know how to use your mind and your intelligence for yourself. So I think it's very intelligent to do it. I do see how it increases like memory and things like that. If you think about how you can recall certain conversations and certain songs and things like that, now you're just remembering the ones with yourselves. And not only are you having the experience, not only are you remembering the experience, but now you're able to sit and discuss with yourself the experience and go from there. So I could see how like you're hitting it from different angles, how it helps your memory and maybe in your self control and all of that stuff. I could see it. I do agree with it. I do.
I can see the memory aspect of it, yes, but as far as like self-control and better focus, no, because you can easily talk yourself out of something as quick as you can talk yourself into something. Now, the focus on a topic, yeah, I can see how it focuses on a topic, but if you're talking about focus and better decision making because it's saying that you have a sharp mind, no, I don't agree with that. It's not a sign of a sharp mind. It's not a sign of somebody who's going to talk themselves into something or talk themselves out of something. And they're probably creating logical things, but they also could be creating irrational things too. So,
Eh, I disagree. I feel like the more that you talk to somebody and you try to get to know
no, we're
them,
not. We're
you
not talking about
fully
talking about that.
understand them. So I feel like if you turn that into yourself, the more that you talk to yourself and the more that you get to know yourself, the more you can see what's good for you and what's bad for you. So the more that you approach life, you're probably a little bit more intelligent than others when it comes to making decisions and having clarity and having control because you actually know yourself and you know what it is that you want and what you're looking for. And so you're able to have a quick little sidebar with yourself about like, all right, should we do this? Well, let's weigh this out because of blah, 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 blah. And then attack something and the odds are probably more in your favor because you're not going off of emotion or impulse or manipulation or anything else. You're just actually going at it with what you want because you know you. That's something I just thought of while you were saying what you were saying. So maybe that.
I can see that.
I don't know. I don't know where they got this from, but
I'm not mad at that point.
yeah. You
I'm
want me
not
to go to
mad
the
at
next
that.
one?
Yeah, we can go to
Okay.
the next one.
Look, I'm like, I don't know because it's not like I don't know when we actually dealing with the topic or when
Y'all
we
know.
whatever. Which one did you just read?
Number 3.
Three. Okay. The person who cares number four. The person who cares less usually controls the relationship. Sad but true. Emotional distance creates love. What? The person who cares less usually controls the relationship. Sad but true. Emotional distance creates love. Mm.
What?
Let's just go with the
Fuck
first sentence.
no. You know
Let's
that's
just go with the let's go with the first
all
sentence.
right, all
The
right.
person who cares less usually controls the relationship. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree with that.
I absolutely agree with that. Why do you disagree?
I disagree because the person who cares more definitely has control, just like the person who cares less. It's a equal situation. Now, the fact that the person who cares more, they're using their control over the relationship to pour into the person who cares less, which gives them the power. But the same way that somebody cares more than the other person, I care about myself too much in order for you to drag me down with you. And now I'm going to make whatever decisions I need to make the moves that I need to make, even if it includes of removing you from my life. They have the same amount of power. But the person that has more care just gives it to the person with less care. So that's why people will say that that statement is true, and it's not.
You're confusing me. What do you think? Not why would people make it? You said you don't agree with it.
I don't agree with it because the person who cares more has the same power of a person who cares less.
The
Okay?
person who cares less usually controls the relationship.
Right. The person that cares more has the same amount of control. A relationship is 50-50, 100-100, however you want to put it. Now, the person that care more put it into the person who cares less because they want them to care more. That's their fault for pouring into them. They got the same amount of control.
Okay. Uh, I agree with the statement. The person who cares less usually controls the relationship. I agree with it from personal experience. I have been here where I love someone. I usually think that I'm building something with someone at equal rations because that's what's being said out the person's mouth, but their actions um, end up showing me otherwise. So, whereas it's like, oh my God, you feel this way, I feel this way too. Yay, yay, yay. Let's do this. And then it's like, oh, well, let's wait. Or they give a little bit, but then they take a little bit away. And so now it's like, when are we going to be in a relationship? When are certain things going to happen? When is this going to? And it's all up to you now because you're the one that we're waiting on to get their act together. And so it's like you have all the control. I have no control in this now, or I have less control because if I was to say, all right, now we're married, or now we're together, or now we're this, or now we're that, if it was two people who are equally feeling that, then yeah, all right, cool, let's do it. But because the person cares less, they're not amped to move or to do any of these things. So the person who cares more is just sitting there waiting, or they have to unfortunately be broken in heart and have to leave, which is fucked up. And then you got to start the process all over again. So, from personal experience, my experience with being in relationships where I'm usually the one who cares more and loves harder and all that jazz, I I have lost control, which I really didn't go into it seeking control. I went into it thinking it's an equal 50-50 thing, and usually I'm led astray. And so that person has control. That person made this relationship not be. That person made me wait. That person had more control. They controlled the relationship, whether it was one or wasn't. They controlled that. So
And how did that prove that they didn't care just as much? Because they didn't see it the way that you seen it?
seen it the way that I see it or said it and said that they showed it. From my experience, I'm a truth teller. So when I say something and I break it down, in the way that I talk, I break things down. I never just be like, I love you. It's like, I love you, but this is what I mean by that. And this is how I feel. And this is what I want out of a relationship. And then I break that down. This is what I expect out of dating, and I break that down. This is so I'm very clear. And then the other person always is like, me too. I'm the exact same. And then it's like, boom, expectation is set. Let's do it. We're dating. We're this, we're that. And then the whole time I'm pouring in like I'm supposed to, they're talking a good game. And then come to find out, they actually don't care as much. Because if they did, they would have been putting in and actually living up to their word and not lying and not doing this and not benefiting from me without doing the stuff. They don't care as much. Because if they did, they would be like, just minimal. I want to be in a relationship with you because I care about you and you care about me. You don't care about me if you're allowing me to be the one that cares more. If you've identified that I'm the one that loves more and loves this and loves that, and you identified that, then you don't care as much as I do. So clearly, you're the one that's in control of all of this. You're the one that's going to be the end of all of this, or you're the one that's going to delay it because I'm pouring into something that I think is equal and it's not. So you know this.
Because they identified it, it makes them care less.
Yeah, when they say that they care and then their actions don't show that, and then they know that you care a lot and they can call it out and say that you care a lot or that you care more, yes, then they care less. What's not clicking?
I just feel like everybody show the way that they care different. Everybody don't show the way that they care the same. As you see it as in gift giving, they probably use words. As you see it as in quality time, they probably use it as physical touch. Everybody has a different way to show that they care, but we're measuring it off of these set actions or words or whatever the situation is without taking it granted that the other person is probably doing something as well, just not the same thing that you're doing. Now, the whole love language situation is one thing for sure, but I think a lot of people get to the point to where they love people the way they want to be loved, and that's not how that person really receives and reciprocates love, to say.
Keep going.
Now, the expectations that was keep going. What are you talking about?
Because you about to make my point. Because I had something to say to what you were saying. I'm like, keep going. You're literally about to make my point about the person caring and not caring.
Uh, I'm not
I
sure.
think, but go ahead. Keep going.
Um, right. So the expectations that are set, and when the relationship starts, if they don't meet the expectations, then okay, they falling short. Why are they falling short? Doesn't mean they don't care. They're just falling short.
Are you talking about my experience, or are you talking about in general?
I was talking about in general, but even in your experience, it still applies.
It doesn't. They don't care. The thing is this, just what you said. Some people love and show that they care in different ways, and it works for different people. I understand that, right? But if you care, then you would get to know how that person receives it, how that person wants to be shown. And somebody like Ash, I end up having to do the hard work for these niggas and answer the questions that ain't even being asked to me. So I don't even be waiting for motherfuckers to be like,
So
"How do you?" Da-da-da-da." I'm already answering the questions. That's just how I
why
talk.
are you overextending yourself? Why
It's
are
not
you
overextending. That's just how I talk.
right?
So
But you said you're answering the questions for them.
yeah,
That's
yeah. That's
overextending
just that's
yourself.
just how I am. Even on this podcast, that's just how I talk. They can see it. I don't just be like, yes, no, huh, what. I'm a talker. I'm gonna divulge. You ask me a question, it's gonna flow and blah blah blah. So yeah,
Okay.
I end up answering the question for these motherfuckers, and hey, this is how. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some extraordinary niggas who do ask before I even get a chance to. And it's like, ooh, I like that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I will say exactly what I want, how I receive it, what I'm looking for, all that. And then they say, I got you. And then they don't do. So they don't care. I don't give a fuck if that's how you show love. If you cared enough, then you would show it the way that I want it. Or if you cared enough about me, you would say, hey, I don't have the capability, the capacity, or the desire to even do the things that you want or whatever. And so I'm going to let you go before I hurt you because I do care about you. Now we care about each other equally. It's not no more this or that. It's equal.
So letting you
I said
go
that
is
I want
showing
this.
that they care for you.
You said what?
Letting you go shows you that they care for you.
Yeah. Yes, because what happens is motherfuckers will lead me on. And then I end up, it's not like I'm actively being like, I'm going to be the one that cares the most. I'm going to be the one that loves the most. I'm going to be the one that loves the hardest. I just end up realizing that I was the one putting into this bank and the other person wasn't. And so it's like, damn. But they knew that. They knew that. They were still benefiting from me. They were still getting this, knowing that I didn't know all the shit that they was doing, or they knew that they weren't showing up for me, or I'm a person, I found myself like kind of repeating the same shit. Like, what I want, what I desire, what I this. I'm very like simple. I put it out there. It's like it's easy. It's not even like, damn, this bitch a mystery. I'm not. You can literally ask me if you forgot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll say that shit again. You know what I'm saying? So them leaving before we even get to that point, when they realize in the initial conversation, especially like if you're dating, like, hey, yeah, I have the capability to do this, or I don't. Let's call it quits, because that's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I tell people, nah, hey, that's not blah blah blah, because I do care. I don't want to hurt you, and I literally mean it. When people say I don't want to hurt you, but then they hurt you, they did want to hurt you, but I don't want to hurt you. So hey, I don't have the capability to do this or do that. I see that you want something that I'm unable to give, because the way that I'm comfortable with doing it is like this. It's like that. So yeah, letting me go is a way to, whew, I didn't even have to go through the manipulation, the gaslighting, the pain, the strife, the any of that, because you realize that you don't have you probably meant to or wanted to, but you just don't have it in you to do it. And that's okay. Everybody ain't for everybody. You let me go. And now it's great. We both cared equally.
So when
Yay.
this has it equal, if they cared enough about you and they're making this decision not just for them but for you too, wouldn't that mean that they care for you more?
No, because if I'm saying I want and they say they can't, it's like a company. When I go in to an organization and I want something and they say we're out of stock. Okay, they could have just ignored me. They could have been like, "Oh, hold on, let me go look in the back," but keep looking around and browse around. You know what I'm saying? No, they just say, "Hey, I got this," or "I don't." Okay, cool, easy peasy. I look at it the same way. That's how dating is supposed to be. Do you have this thing? I'm coming here with the list. You're coming here with the list. Do you meet this? This is what fits the Ashley box. This is what fits the Randy box. Does this work? Yay, nay? Great. We both care. We both care about ourselves. We both care about this. I care enough to say, this is what I require and this is what I want. You care enough to say, hey, I don't have what you require and what you want. And we say, great, and go away. So it's equal. It's not one person more than the other. It's one person more than the other once it goes past that, when a motherfucker be lying to you and playing games and shit, which is what happens on this frequency, unfortunately. But yeah, you know. Does that answer your question?
Somewhat, but I mean, it was more so about if a person has the ability to let you go because of how much you do care. I think they cared enough about you and themselves to make that decision versus you continue to pour in somebody who's not pouring back, and you're not strong enough or mentally capable enough of making that decision for yourself. So you're relying on somebody else to do it for you. And the other person has that capability to care for not only themselves, but for you and the relationship to make that happen. So in essence, that person cares more. So I was saying.
Oh yeah, no, I disagree with that, but I got you. I got you.
But I mean, nevertheless, a person who cares less usually controls the relationship. I
That's
disagree
my
still.
experience. I don't know how you disagree. Well, you know it to be a fact, actually. But
It's not a fact.
how did not affect?
It's not, I just we just
Okay, let's go to the next question.
like what?
Because I be trying to figure out if you be trying to have a great conversation or if we try to have a like a just a hey conversation. I be trying to see, but go ahead. You got the next question.
Yeah, I mean that was just the first part of the statement. Are we not acknowledging the
I mean, we
second
can.
part?
It's saying that it's sad but true. Emotional distance creates love.
That's a it's false too. This whole statement false. I don't agree with none of this. Emotional distance creates love. No, that's not true.
Okay. All right.
I mean, are you gonna answer, or you just want to go to the next one?
Um, it's sad but true. I agree with that. Emotional distance creates love. Yeah, I can agree with that. Where people would feel like if they like try harder or this or whatever because that person is pulled away. I guess I could see that. Like, I don't know.
So you want to love me the more disconnected that I get. That's what you agree
I
with?
mean, that's what happens with narcissistic relationships. That's actually a relationship type that narcissists and manipulators, like they do that on purpose. That's actually a tactic where they will give, and then they'll take something away, or they'll make you think that they are doing something that they're actually not, and then they take it away, and that does create a distance. Which the person does think that they love that person so deeply and so strongly, but they actually don't. It's not really love, but I can see where they think it. Now, I don't know if that's what that statement is saying, but I'm saying that is a thing.
Yeah, but you
This
said
is
they think
worded.
it and not it's actually love. You just said it wasn't love.
Well, love is not a fact. Love is a feeling. It's something that you thought. It's something that you think of, and then it resonates with you. It's not a fact. Like when your skin turned blue, you know it's love. Like it's not a fact. Love isn't a fact. It's just a feeling. It starts as a thought.
Right, but this emotional distance create love. You said you agree with that, but you kind of
Well, I'm saying I could kind of see. I'm trying to I'm saying I could see. I'm not gonna say it's not true. I'm saying I could kind of see where that could be true. Like when you said like the further away, I'm saying that's what you described was actual narcissistic and manipulator relationships. That's a fact. Those things are actually true. That's what happens. They create the distance there because they know somebody desires something and they create that distance for whatever the reason. I'm not a manipulator or a narcissist, but this actually happens. So I'm saying if that's what that sentence is talking about, then I could agree with it. But I was going based off of what you were saying. I'm saying what you were describing was an actual relationship type between a narcissist or a manipulator.
I just
That's
asked
all.
about the statement.
Right. I
Emotional
gave an answer.
distance. Okay. You said you don't agree with it, but you're not gonna say you don't disagree with it.
Okay. Emotional distance creates love. Is
That's
a
it.
weirdly framed right. Emotional distance creates love is a weirdly framed piece of a sentence. I don't know what they were going for here, so I can't say whether I fully disagree or agree with it. And then I went into saying, if they were saying, based upon what you said, if that's what they're talking about, then yeah, I could see that being true. If that's what they mean, like somebody creating a distance, then yes, those are actual relationship types where somebody's in a relationship with a manipulator or a narcissist. Those are actual things that happen. They create this type of distance, blah, blah, blah. If that's what this sentence is talking about, I don't know if that's what they're talking about. I don't know. I agree with the first part that we discussed. You said it's not true, even though you know for a fact it is true. But you said it's not true.
It's not.
Um, you said what?
I said it's not.
So the person who cares more, if they say to the person who cares less, "Hey, let's be in a relationship," shouldn't they be in a relationship then?
No, because it don't go by one person. It's a two-person
It goes
decision.
by one, right, right. So two people are equally here. I think you're following me now. Hopefully. If two people are equally here, I want to be in a relationship. Me too. Let's be in a relationship. Great. I want to be in a relationship. Just the person that loves more, cares more, and all this stuff like that. This person is going to say, what? I want to be in a relationship. Let's do it. This person says, no. Who's controlling it? Is this person in a relationship? No. The person who cares less
Just because they
is
said no,
controlling
don't
it.
mean they care less.
No,
What?
no, no. Stick with me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you in this example, the person who cares less said no.
In that scenario, yes, you're correct.
The person who cared less controlled it, right? Because that
Yeah,
person who
you
cared more is not in a relationship, are
well,
they?
you gave
Because
the
they're
person that said no the care less trait. So yes,
right,
you made it. You made it
right.
true. It is
And
true.
so that's how it's, for a fact that it's a fact.
I
You might want to read the next
disagree with
question.
the
I
statement.
bet. Go ahead and read the next question.
I will always disagree with that statement. Number 5, your brain treats rejection like physical pain. That's why being left on red stings more than you expect.
I agree with it. I mean, a lot of people are scared of rejection. It does. I can see rejection hurting. It does hurt.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And it's not really just being left on red. It's anything. It's
Yeah,
I
rejection in general.
yeah, exactly. I agree. You head to the next one.
The human brain can store up to 2.5 petabytes of data. That's roughly a million gigabytes. You're more powerful than your phone. Sure. I don't know. I guess that makes sense. I don't know what it can store. Sure. I agree with it.
The fact that we quote unquote only use 10% of our brain daily or in a moment or whatever situation people want to call. I mean, that's still a lot. They say the brain is the most complex computer system in mankind, which I agree with that too. But
Hmm.
there are more signals firing off in your brain than there are stars in the sky.
Hmm.
So, um, I don't know what petabytes are, but
Me either.
the fact that they can compute a million gigabytes to be 2.5 petabytes must be at least for 500,000 gigs or something like that. Or something crazy.
Hmm.
But you're more powerful than your phone. Yes and no. My phone does things that my brain can't, but
It could. It just doesn't right now. It probably could do.
right, but
Maybe.
the phone processes it quicker and faster and
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. I think it's just saying more so like the phone storage of it all. It can store more than your phone can. Like you're more powerful. Your phone stores a lot. Even if you buy all this backup storage, you can't buy 2.5 petabytes. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just saying from a storage capacity
Man,
wise.
if I go to, I don't even know if they got fries no more. If I go to fries or whatever electronics go and rack up on like these hard drive, they got, you know what I'm saying, 256 gigabytes and stuff like that on, I get to my petabytes. I'm gonna just have to just name each one of these flash drives, but nevertheless, I'm gonna get to my petabytes. No cap. What are you talking about?
Okay. Okay. Get to my petabytes. Okay.
We remember tone more than words, so speak with love, not just logic, because your voice leaves a deeper mark.
What do you think?
I agree with that.
I know you do.
Do you want to answer all the questions for me? Because I
No,
feel
I'm
like
just
that's where
saying you
you.
the tone police, so I know that you agree with that. You always say something. You
Because
tone the tone, but you're a
demeanor,
man. You're
demeanor
a man.
matters. Demeanor matters. I mean, me being a man has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does. We talked about this already in another episode. That's why women could be like, bitch, and we could talk however we want to. Oh my God, girl. And nobody feels away. But you try that same thing with the man, it's your tone. You got to watch your tone because men talk to men in a certain tone and they expect that from
Yeah,
people, and
same
women
thing
ain't
with
giving
women.
that.
What do you mean? What? Talk to me like a princess. Talk to me like a queen. Talk to me. I'm a girl. Blah blah blah. You want the same type of tone for your gender versus me talking to another dude. Like tone matters both ways. Don't make it seem like it's just a man thing. It's a woman thing too.
Okay, well, it ain't this woman thing. But yeah, I just know you off of the show, and I know you the tone police. You always say something about
I
tone.
mean,
It's
tone
the
is big.
tone.
Like, yeah. Like, hey,
I care about the words you saying. Like the tone second. I care
the
about the
word
words.
the words or whatever, but you can you can just be whatever can happen, like, all right, I'm sorry. You don't believe that shit, do you? But if I, you know what? I'm sorry. You believe that way more than all right, I'm sorry. The tone
I don't believe
changes.
either.
You some shit.
The
The
first
thing,
one sound like he ain't sorry, and the second one sound like he trying to make me feel like he's sorry, and I don't believe that nigga.
right? But that tone made you feel like he made you feel that way, versus you actually saying the same thing about the first person. So you're saying what I'm saying, but you're saying it in a
All
different
right.
way. And if you just want to disagree, that's fine.
I didn't believe the nigga, whatever tone he used. I don't care about the tone. I care about the words. Because guess what? When I bring this statement back up, I'm not going to be like, and you said, and I'm sorry. I would have like when you said you were sorry, blah 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 blah. Because I don't care about the tone. I care about the words that you said, bitch. Your actions are now not lining up with what you said. You said I don't care about the tone for real, for real. I really don't. I care about what you're saying. What are you actually saying? But I know from my experience being a woman, communicating with both women and men, the only time tone has ever come up in my entire life has been with men. That's why I said, and now, and even in the other episode, men are the tone police. If you look on social media, men always talk about tone and respect and all that. With men and with women, they do. So I don't really care about tone. When we say we remember the tone more than
Yeah,
the words,
but
that's
you
not how
just,
my
but
brain works. Mine is
even
with
with
the
even
words.
with the words that was said, you just said you don't believe them. It's not even, ain't nothing
Yeah, but
even
that's not what
happened.
this ain't what this is about though. This just says we remember the tone more than the words. And I'm saying I remember the words. I don't care about the tone for real, for real. Care about the tone to a certain extent, but I really care about the words. That's what I remember. I remember the words. I don't really remember how you said it. That doesn't matter to me. I don't care if you said I love you or I love you. Like I don't care. When I recall this, I'm like, you said that you love me. I really don't care about the tone for real, for real.
Right, but when somebody say that they hate you or you're the worst person ever, them type of tones with them words that are being said leaves a
Is it the
imprint
words or
on
the
you.
tone?
It's the
Because if the
tone.
person is crying and goes, I hate you. You hurt me so bad. I hate you. Or if they go, nigga, I hate you. That makes a difference.
Either way, that tone shows emotion behind what you're saying.
I didn't say it didn't. I'm saying it makes a difference on whether you're going to remember it or not.
Yes, it definitely changes how that mark is left on you.
Hmm. Not for me. I just go, somebody hate me. So I don't remember how they said it. Somebody hate me. Hate is hate. The words is what matter.
Okay.
Listen, when I was growing up and my caregiver was like, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Or if they go, when we get home later, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I don't give a fuck how she said it. My ass about to get whooped. All I care about is the words. The
You
word
know
said,
what?
my ass about to get whooped.
Even with that being said, my mama said the same thing, and I know she said it that second way. I was cool because she ain't gonna whoop my ass. But if she said it that first way, I'm done to done.
Oh,
What you
see, I
mean?
always got my ass whooped 100%. My caregiver, talk about a motherfucking truth teller like your grandma. Hey, she was a truth teller too. It don't matter how she said that, bitch. Even if she just looked at you and said with her eyes, "I'm about to you getting." I've never missed an ass whooping. All of the ass whoopings that was given to me or that was told that I was going to receive, I got them. Unfortunately, I didn't live that life. I'm like, ooh, they forgot because they didn't. I wish.
Yeah, it's keep playing. I'm gonna whoop your ass. Or it's like, all right, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Same words, but two different demeanors.
Hey, listen, all I hear is whoop my ass. And I always got my ass whooped when somebody said they was gonna whoop my ass growing up. So I didn't care how they said it, bitch. I'm about to get my ass whooped. That's all I know. So
Well,
I don't really care.
maybe the statements of this like psychology facts are based off an upbringing and personal experiences and stuff like that. Because some of these are being taken a different way. Even the way that we're reading them, they're not taken into the same effect as they're trying to present them. If somebody
Mm-hmm.
was saying these words as a statement for us to actually receive what they're trying to say with
Mm-hmm.
certain punctuation or mispunctuation that's happening, then maybe we
Mm-hmm.
can probably interpret it in a different way on the same accord. But
Mm-hmm.
even when we talked about the whole um uh people who swear a lot. Oh no, it was the talk. People who talk to themselves often have
Mm-hmm.
better focus. Like it's either the way that you said it in your
Mm-hmm.
head or out
Yeah.
loud, or the way that I said it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And we're still interpreting it two different ways.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so it says, so speak with love, not just logic, because your voice leaves a deeper mark. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do tell people to talk to me nice, but it's less about the tone. It's more
okay,
about what you're saying. Like I don't care if you go, you so fucking beautiful, bitch. Or you go, you so beautiful. I don't care. I just know that you called me beautiful. That's all I'm gonna remember is that you said I'm beautiful. So I don't care about the tone. When I say talk to me nice, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I do want like princess
tone.
treatment. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. As I say, it matters less. I said that at the beginning of this. That matters less. What I care about is the words. Like I care about what you're saying to me. So if you start like cussing at me or you don't use like baby girl, soft, I'm not your homeboy, I'm a bitch that you actually like kind of words to me, then we got problems. Cause talk to me nice means talk to me motherfucking nice. Now, if you want to add a tone to it, you can. But there have been times where a motherfucker been like, bitch, I fucking love you. Okay, he said he loved me. Like, I don't care about the tone or the demeanor and what it was said. I understand what they're saying. I do think that people do, you, one of the people,
I
care
am.
about the tone.
I
You know
do.
what I'm saying? And they remember the tone because that means something. But for me, I care about the words. I feel like tone gets forgotten for me over time. I don't remember if you said it nicely or if you yelled it. Like I don't remember that, but I do remember what was said. I remember what you say because your words leave a deeper mark for me. For me. And I think it's because I'm so intentional with my words. If I say something, I meant it. There's a reason behind it. If you care to know, I can answer. But if I say something, I meant that. So I'm assuming that other people are the same with their words. And I make people stand on their words because I stand on mine. That's just how life works. You can't take your words back. You could take the tone back. You can always come back and be like, no, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like this. So yeah, you could change the tone, but the words are the words. You said what you said. So hey, stand on it.
Say what you said. Stand on it. But I still don't erase the tone that was used. The
I
tone that
don't
was
remember the
used
tone that
is
was used.
the
I'm not saying
tone.
it erase it. I want to clarify that. I'm not saying I erase it. I'm just saying for this when it say we remember the tone more, I'm saying I don't. I don't. I know you do remember the tone. I don't. Not always because the tone is less important to me. It is important. It's just less important than the words. It's like a 70-30. with the words being 70, your tone being 30. That's all I'm saying.
There's more often than none, and I'm pretty sure our great watchers that are watching this can
Mm-hmm.
agree. When we're recalling something or explaining something, there are times where we'll say, you know what? And then you said, you know what? I can't remember what you said, but I know it was
Mm-hmm.
something to this effect. And the reason why you can remember what it was to that effect is because the tone that was used during what they were saying, what they said. You knew the way that you felt receiving the way that they were saying it. So that's why you remember
You
the
saying
tone
that's how
versus the
you do?
words. No, I'm just saying in
Or you
general.
just saying in general to people? Oh, okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
not me.
people
But go ahead.
people people remember that tone, or like,
Okay.
when you said this, like, what I'm saying, that made me feel this way. I had chills, or it made me smile, or made me do this, and it wasn't
Mm.
necessarily about the words, it was about the tone.
But see, now I feel like it's more so the feeling behind the words and the tone that you're
That's
recalling.
why,
Like it made you
because
feel a certain way, but the
but that's
tone,
it's toward the statement though, because your voice leaves a deeper mark.
yeah, no, I got you, and I agree. But I'm saying like
So you
I,
agree or you
I
disagree?
I agree with the your voice leaves a different mark, a deeper mark. I do agree with that because people, like I said, there are people like you who do exist. I understand that. I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't agree with that. I don't give a fuck if you type that shit. You said what you said. Stand on what you said, because I'm gonna stand on what I said, the words that I actually said. I'm just
Mm.
saying I'm the opposite, but I'm saying that I agree with that because there are people like you who exist. If I never met you, then I'll be like, that's not true because I'm going off of my experience. But now that I know you and I know that you do care about tone and you remember tone and all this stuff, and that's what helps you, like you just explained, recall certain things because of the tone, and not only the tone, but how it made you feel. All of that, that helps you recall stuff. But for me, I'm just like, I care about what you said. I care about the words that you say. I'm gonna always, not always, because my memory is not the best. Talked about that already. But my short term memory is not the best. My long term is impeccable. But um, I remember the words that you say. I don't really remember the tone. I don't think I can recall the tone of anything said in this damn episode or any episode for real, for real. But I remember the words that were said. I don't remember the tone.
Right, that's because certain things that you say,
Hmm.
like, you're probably saying it with just your normal, hey, I'm just talking, but your demeanor behind the words that you say
Hmm.
just invokes that you feel some type of way, or that you're taking it a different way, and you're probably not at all. But it's the way that you're
Hmm.
saying things,
Hmm.
and the
So
things
that's
that you do,
outside of tone, though,
the way that
because
you're
your tone is your
saying
tone of.
things.
I know you said your demeanor. I'm saying that's outside of tone.
That is tone. The demeanor with your words is tone.
Okay.
Just like you said, talk to you nice. The demeanor with their words will be their tone. That's how they talk to you nice.
Okay, I never heard anybody use demeanor with their words. I thought when they say their demeanor, it's
It's
like their body, like their characteristics, like
then yeah,
them.
it's more than just physicality. It's
Hmm.
intentions with word usage, tone, body language. It could be anything.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
yeah, demeanor falls under that category for sure.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, it's not true for me, but I can agree with it to say that it is true for people. I
Yeah,
can
but
understand all of that.
you just said when somebody say talk to you nice, that's what that means. Like,
When I say talk to me nice, no, I said when I say talk to me nice, because I say that. Hey, talk to me nice. I'm meaning the actual words that you say. I could give less than a fuck. Like in my examples, if somebody be like, "Bitch, I fucking love you," that's an aggressive tone.
you're not gonna tell them to
I don't,
talk to you nice because you're like, oh, okay, he loves me.
but
That's
that is talking to me nice, right? Because it's the words that he's saying. Exactly, he loves me. Like I care about the actual words that you're saying. I could give less than a fuck about your tone for real. For real. The
yeah,
tone is
but
30% for me.
right, but even okay, like you said, this is for you. So I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
No, go
not.
ahead.
No, it makes more sense with you explaining it that way because this is you, this is your experience. So I can live with
I
that.
mean, you know me. What do you think?
I think the words matter to you just as much as the tone. But you say words is your jam, so I mean the words is your jam.
I mean,
I
you
ain't
also say words are my jam. You know that. You say that I'm very intentional with my words and yada yada yada.
right.
You ain't never said nothing about tone until now.
And,
I mean,
and,
outside of
and
receiving it.
intent still falls under demeanor. That's why I say intentional.
Okay,
It's
I
all
didn't say
encompassing.
nothing about that. What? What does that have to do with me receiving tone? What have you ever said to me outside of this about me receiving tone, not giving you tone? When have I ever said anything to you about tone outside of this? Is what I was asking.
I never said
You,
you did. I
that's what
just
I'm saying. I'm saying you always say something about the words. You know what I'm saying? How I give them and how I receive them. You always say something about the words,
yeah, the
but the
intent behind your
tone.
words, which intent, demeanor.
Okay.
No, I just said if that's the way you rock, you rock. I'm trying to let you live, but you're pulling me back into the dark side. Like
Because I was
what
trying
else do
to
you
ask
want
you
from?
a simple question.
What's the question?
You talk about my words, how my words have a greater impact, right? They're remembered. How I remember words and how the words that I give to people are unforgettable. You have never said anything to me about tone in any mystical way that you're describing tone now. It's all encompassing that tone is. You have never said anything to me about tone outside of you receiving my tone. So I'm saying specifically for Ash, outside of this podcast, when has me receiving tone ever been a thing? And why didn't you ever speak on it? Like you speak on the words.
I've always said something about it. The fact that you don't remember it, the words that I said, I have nothing to do with. But
No, you
I'm
do. So when did
okay.
you say?
When I-
Let me
when
let
I
me. You have always said something about my tone towards you, as in you
correct,
having some right. When have I said anything about your tone to me? Not the words that you
yeah.
said,
When you
the
say talk to
tone.
you nice,
I just said, and you know this, that when I'm saying talk to me nice, it is about the words because I can give less than a fuck how you say the nice thing to me. I don't care
my
about the tone.
translation of that is all encompassing.
Oh, so how you hear
Intent.
it and not what I'm saying. I got you. Okay, got you. Okay. I thought you were talking about what I was saying. I didn't know you was going off of your own thing. That's all you had to say. I got you. All right. You want to read the next one or do you want me to read it?
The world is yours.
Psychology says we don't meet people. Something in my eye.
Psychology says we don't meet
Wait, I was
people
going to read
by.
it.
I know, but just to keep it going, I was trying to
It's fine. They can
take
wait. I
over.
ain't giving a
Damn,
shit.
I was trying to help. I was trying to
Break
help,
out.
motherfucker.
And you see how your tone doesn't matter to me because all I heard was you saying that you were trying to help. That's all that matters. Psychology says we don't meet people by accident.
I did that
We
on
meet them
purpose.
I know. Psychology says we don't meet people by accident. We meet them as reflections, lessons, and karma, and each one changes us somehow.
Psychology says we don't meet people by accident. We meet them as reflections, lessons, or karma, and each one changes us somehow. I agree with that.
I agree with it too. I got a lot of motherfucking lessons that I walked into. I met a lot of lessons in my life. I can agree with that for sure. For sure.
um,
I met some reflections too. Shout out to my homies. You know what I'm saying?
Karma is a tough one. Each one of us changes us somehow. Yes and no. Sometimes that don't change nobody at all. They still continue to do the shit that they do, even when you meet them as reflections or lessons. Um,
Sad. It's a tragic life. One
yeah,
that knows it needs to change but resistant to the change.
yeah.
Yikes. I agree with all of those reflections, lessons, and karma for sure, for sure. I know I met people in some karma, some shit that I've done for sure. And I know that I'm some people's karma and I love it.
That's toxic as hell.
Sometimes I learn about people's past and I'm like,
Yeah, but for you to be a
oh,
Christian, you don't want that type of energy. And what? Oh,
hey,
I'm
don't speak
glad
for
I was
me.
your karma. I'm glad I was your
Don't
motherfucking
speak
karma.
for me. I'm out here doing the Lord's work. He put me in position in your life for your karma. Hey, we don't meet people by accident. I'm here as your karma.
Yeah, but it was the I love it behind it, and
I do. I'm walking in my purpose. Why wouldn't I
actually
love that?
submerging yourself inside of that.
You called it toxic. I don't think that it's toxic. I'm walking in my purpose.
I don't want to be anybody's karma, even though I know I am people's karma. I don't want to be somebody's lesson, even though I give them, I teach them. I don't want to be the brute cause of that lesson. And reflection, there are aspects of my life that I'm not happy with, and a lot of them, to be honest with. But if you see a reflection in me, please change immediately. Immediately change.
I'm
So
hoping for a reflection. I have some reflections out here. There are people who reflect me, but I'm a lot of love, light, and positivity and realness. So I don't mind that being reflected. Even my bad shit. It's like, damn, I see that in me. Let me, let me, let me help you out with that big dog. This is something I'm working on too. This is how I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We just fix it like that.
I mean, that's not a reflection. If
Is the reflection only good stuff?
no, I'm just saying. You saying you see the bad reflection, but if it's a bad reflection, I mean, you have it as well. How
That's what
can
I
you
just
help
said.
somebody out with
Because you
the
could work on
same
it.
thing that you struggle with?
What? How can you help somebody with the same thing you struggle with?
Yeah, you said these people have.
You give advice all the time, don't you? Or you used to?
I used to.
Hmm.
I used to.
All the things that you gave advice in, you don't struggle with?
Not all the things. No.
But there were some things.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
so that's how. So that's how. That's how.
Yeah, but I didn't see that as a reflection in me.
Okay, I didn't say that you did. You asked a
But
specific question. How can you give somebody advice on what you're struggling? And then I asked you, have you given somebody advice on what you're struggling? You said, yeah. I said, so that's how. That's how you do it. The same way that you found a way to do it, the same way I found a way to do it, the same way that people do it all the time.
touche, touche.
Yeah, that was it. I think that's it though.
It is. I guess I agree with half of them, disagree with the other half. It's 50-50 for me for this to be quote unquote a rare edition of psychology facts.
Hey, I don't know. I'll just play the game. I don't fucking know. This is somebody put up an Instagram post saying something was facts. This is a random
If I
ass fucking
mean, I
topic.
guess we can use it as a game, but I mean, this is real life. Like these are things that people go throughout life experiencing or have, and I mean,
Well, yeah, I'm saying it's a game because it's like we didn't cite any sources or like look up an actual study and come and talk about something. We just put up an
no,
Instagram
go
post and was like,
right,
hey, this page decided to put facts in front of it and let's run with it.
quote unquote facts,
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. So that's how like it's just more like play. Like it's just I
yeah,
mean, yeah, we answer with some real life stuff, but some things we tabled.
right.
But
And
yeah,
just to give an overall synopsis, we're gonna go back through one from 1 through 8. If you have stuck with us this long, to kind of give a yes or no answer to whether we agree with it, no explanation. And I can read all four. You can read all four, or I can read them all. However you want to do it.
You can read them all. I close my phone.
I got you. So number one was beautiful people are bad at maths.
Yes.
No. People who swear a lot are usually more honest and emotionally expressive. They are likely to filter their true feelings. What? Maybe I need to go back and change my answer. They're less likely to. No, they're not less likely to feel. Them are their real feelings. They feel that for real. People who swear a lot are usually more honest and emotionally expressive. They are less likely to filter their true feelings.
Yes.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
People who talk to themselves often have better focus, memory, and self control. It's a sign of a sharp mind, not craziness.
Yes.
No. A person who cares less usually controls the relationship. Sad but true, emotional distance creates love.
Yes.
No.
He means yes, y'all. Y'all follow my page, Real Life with Ashley, and I'm gonna tell y'all why.
Your brain treats rejection like physical pain. That's why being left on red stings more than you'd expect.
Yes.
Yes. The human brain can store up to 2.5 petabytes of data. That's roughly a million gigabytes more powerful than your phone.
Yes. Shit, I don't
It's an
know.
asterisk by it, but I'm going to say yes. We remember the tone more than words, so speak with love, not just logic, because your voice leaves a deeper mark.
Yes.
Yes. Psychology says we don't meet people by accident. We meet them as reflections, lessons, or karma, and each one changes us somehow.
Yes.
Yes. So you switched your answer on the tone one? That's tough.
No, I told you that I can understand and agree with that. It's just not for me. Not for me, but the statement on what we were saying whether we agreed to the statements or whatever that's on the thing.
Hmm.
I can't agree with that because I know you and I know you care about tone. But for me, nah, I don't barely care about your tone.
Right. So you should answer it for you, not for me.
Now, I wasn't. I'm answering it as in answering the statement. So my answer is yes. I will keep it as yes.
Okay. For it to be facts and you don't agree with it, but you still say yes.
The truth don't need you to agree. The truth is the truth. So if it's a fact, hey, it's a fact. It doesn't matter if I feel that or not. I see that it happened. So yes, to that statement, okay, I agree because I can see that happening, and I see here. I see what tone does to you and other people. I can see it. It just doesn't have that much bearing on me. So I'm not going to be like, well, because I feel like this. Hey, I see it's true. When you go back and watch the episode, you're going to see that my answer has been consistent the entire time. I never changed the answer. And you want to know what's funny? Because I'm the one that edits this. Every time I tell you to go back to something, I'm always right. Do you go back and actually? Because you owe me a lot of money for every episode that I say, "Hey, if we go back, blah blah blah." I make sure even when I'm editing, I go back and I'm like, he needs to pay up. Where's my moolah? So you can go back. My answer has not changed from when we first discussed it to even when we ran it back. You want to put money on it?
Yeah, we're gonna put money on her right here and right now. Since she said I owe her a lot of money, and
Bet.
maybe that's some out behind the scenes stuff. But we're gonna put this right here in the gray so she can go back and see it. When she first initially said it, she said she didn't agree, but now all of a sudden now she does agree. So when you go
Y'all
back and
listen.
edit it, okay,
Hmm.
and you go back and see like, oh no, I didn't
He
agree
does
with
this
it.
every time. Y'all, please go watch the episode.
Right,
Watch our episodes
right.
and watch how adamant he is. He be so adamant, and I'll be like, and every single there's not one,
I
there's not one,
and you
and
can't
this
even
won't be
name
the
any right
first.
now. Can't even
So,
name because I don't remember when I was wrong. Okay,
okay.
even from the first episode. Okay.
Oh, I remember when you was wrong in the first episode.
Right. And then you end up apologizing what on the third
No,
episode? Yeah.
no.
Yeah. With Zoe right
Oh,
there?
but no, not for the episode, but just one small thing
Oh, it's a
of like, oh, you did send a
that's
type
a
of message, but you
that's a
didn't
small
do
thing.
you. What I said was actually true, but yeah, you did send a type of message, but it's not what you said or even what. We don't need to go there. But then, actually, we don't need to go there. We don't need to go there because this is the gray. But you ain't trying to get that gray. You ain't trying to get that gray. You ain't trying to get that gray. You ain't trying to go that. You ain't trying to get that gray. Like I said, I'm never wrong. Anyway,
She's more wrong than she knows, guys.
show me. Show me one time I'll give you put the pussy on loud, I'll give you $1,000,000. I give you $1,000,000 if you could show me one instance. Just one. You want to do it after this? You got one
Do
queued up? You got one ready?
do what?
Of where I've been wrong. I'll wait. I'll give you $1,000,000. I'll work the rest of my life to give you. I'll be forever in debt to you of this $1,000,000 if you could show me one area.
I don't want to slave for the rest of my life, y'all.
He won't have one. He ain't gonna have one.
That's
He know this.
that's not the way
Anyway.
that I operate.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
operate that way.
Yeah,
I don't
all right.
participate in those shenanigans. My ancestors came from that. You feel me? We beyond that now.
Yeah, okay.
We
Hmm.
disclosed a lot of facts, quote unquote, that they said today on Instagram that were supposed to be that either I didn't or Ash didn't agree with. So you can't necessarily say these facts that they spit out online or in books or wherever you see these things are actually true because, in fact, they are not. That is a fact. If-
Okay. Okay. All right, go ahead.
As you see, Ash is always trying to find some way to disagree with me. Look,
Because I
y'all,
was
I
like, what
just
do you because you how I heard it was like, oh yeah, the stuff that they put in these books and stuff like that, you can't take that as fact. And I'm like, yeah, you can. You just gotta know whether to how to look up to see if
now
something is
now
actually a
now
fact.
now I gotta change it or
You
do
ain't gotta change
something
nothing.
else in order to see if
You
it's
ain't gotta
actually
change
a
nothing.
fact. I was
Yeah,
just
of
saying that
course.
stuff that
You
we
shouldn't take anything as face value. You should look it up. That's why I said with these studies. You going all off sidetrack because I made a face. I make a face. I make faces. It's what I do. Don't get sidetracked. You know, you ain't new to this. You true to this. Carry on to close this out. Go ahead, close this out, Saint. You know what I'm saying?
hopefully when y'all do see things to this degree that y'all will question it and y'all will ask not just yourself but people around you with like minds or different minds these questions to see how they feel about it. Do you think it's a fact? Do you disagree with it? And why? Does it apply to you? Does it not apply to you? Who does it apply to? And can you ask them about it? Either way it is, y'all just stay curious, stay human, keep questioning, and thank y'all for entering the grade with us today.
Yeah, he said.
All
Bye.
right, y'all.